In this video, we're going to be looking at the respiratory structures on this individual green board. It's very similar to the structures of within the torso models. So starting up here, these are the cartilage and ligaments of our larynx. Okay, the biggest piece of cartilage is the thyroid cartilage, the Adam's apple, laryngeal prominence. Below that is the cricoid cartilage going through there. You can kind of see the epiglottis peeking through there. Going down, this whole entire organ here is the trachea, and then the part of the organ, each of these rings, is the tracheal cartilages. And we can come here, nestled on either side of the heart are the lungs. Over here we have the right lung, and here we have the left lung. Right side, there's going to be 3 lobes to know. So up here is the right superior lobe, here is the right middle lobe, and then tucked under here is the right inferior lobe. These are going to be separated by those fissures, little gaps. So coming across here is the horizontal fissure, and then the second one coming at more of an angle is the oblique fissure. Through there. Left side, we just have 2 lobes. We have the left superior lobe, left inferior lobe, and then coming at the angle is the oblique fissure, that line separating the 2. Also on the left lung, we have this little hook here, is the cardiac notch on the left lobe. So we can take these pieces off and we'll start to see the trachea split a little bit more. We see that heart tucked underneath. So from the trachea, we can see where that split occurs. So right at the base, this is called the carina. Thought it looked like the front of a ship. So the carina. And the trachea is going to split. The first branches that come off are the main or primary bronchus. You could say bronchi or bronchus. The next split off is lobar or secondary. So through there, lobar or secondary bronchi, bronchus. And then this model again is showing the segmental bronchi or bronchus coming out over here. You could also call them the tertiary bronchus. You don't see the bronchioles on these models. We have to zoom in closer and look at that specific alveolar model. Just in case you're curious, this tube back here is the esophagus. So that's going to be running behind the trachea. One muscle to know that you can't see here, this is all the diaphragm muscle through here. Separates the thoracic cavity from your abdominal cavity. It's one of your main muscles for breathing in. So it's sitting more at this dome. So when it contracts, it's going to flatten. That will increase the volume in your thoracic cavity, decreasing the pressure, allow air to be drawn into your lungs from there. Then whenever it relaxes, it's going to go back to this kind of arch dome shape. So that's going to decrease the volume in here, which will then increase pressure, which will push air out of your lungs from there. And I believe that's going to be all the structures you can see here. As we start to look at the digestive system, we'll see there's the esophagus traveling through the diaphragm there. It's kind of interesting. All right, so those are structures to know for respiratory system.